Ready. I mean, I don't know how
All
I've
right,
gone
we're
already,
live.
but I'm ready. Welcome, Tom's Friday night afternoon in Vegas live.
There we go.
Me and
He's
Tom.
got it all.
Welcome. Let me get some chat up, Tom. What are you drinking, Coors?
Yeah, I'm saving my Chub beer for when you get your 6-pack,
Yeah, I can't wait.
and then I'll drink it with you on your. I figure you're going to do a live show anyway when you get the branding iron and the Chub beer, so
Yeah, fucking right.
figured I'd drink it with you then. But then we
Yeah.
always got this stuff.
Why did you write thanks, Mark?
Anthony, Redneck, Way of Life. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, Anthony?
So,
How's it going?
but it'll be interesting if you decide to raffle that one guitar off. I think. I think you're going to draw a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I was expecting it to draw a lot of people. I mean, it's still early days. It's only been up for a couple of days. But in my head, when I had the idea and then I built it, I felt like a bottle of pop wanted to explode. I felt like I had something special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still might have.
I mean, regardless of what that other guy did, he took and had it built.
Yeah.
You built it yourself, so you're the only one on YouTube that built your own play button guitar.
Yeah, and it's an actual play button. It's not the gold one or the silver one or the fucking ruby.
And you built it from scratch.
That's all right, Anthony. It was one of those. I was sat here, and it was one of those things where I thought, should I go live? I thought, why not? Fuck it, let's go live for an hour. It was only for an hour, just a quick hour. It was nice. A few people popped in, a few old faces I haven't seen for a while. So it was good.
What made Dizzy pop in? He said he quit.
Oh, don't even mention his name. Let's not talk about Dizzy, is it? I know he's watching, motherfucker.
Well, he's got a link if he did. Well, hold on. Let me put the link in here.
He won't. He ain't joining those live shows. He ain't joining no live shows. Listen, between me and him, he knows. Motherfucker. I've been drinking this. My father-in-law bought me a bottle of this for Christmas. It's Scotch whiskey. It's a real nice bottle.
Oh.
And it's gone to there already. I don't even drink whiskey.
No, we had primarily we had Dragon's milk in the refrigerator for over the holidays. And T-Dub tackled that pretty well. I had 1 or 2 bottles of it.
I love it. It's my favorite, probably one of my favorite drinks.
But Pat mostly likes the white can, the stuff that comes in the white can.
Yeah.
Rather than the bottle. He was drinking that, but he was drinking it out of a frozen mug.
Oh, yeah.
So, hold on. Who's on the phone here?
Probably Dizzy.
No, it's Pat. He's having internet issues. So
that means he's running up on Fortnite. He's in 3rd place. He's hiding somewhere, trying to win the game.
No. So we'll see if he shows up. And then T-Dub's still got class going on, so I don't expect him later on in the show. But he's this is the last week of his class. So
what's he doing?
For 2 weeks, I think it's once a month, sprinkler contractors send in their designers, fire sprinkler designers.
Yeah.
And they send them to the American Fire Sprinkler Association. They have a 2-week design school, and T-Dub teaches it.
Yeah, nice.
And so I think this is the last week of it that he has. David Collins is in the house.
Yeah, what's up, David?
Have you heard of Flat Tire beer? Yes, sir, I have. It's good on tap. I don't like it any other way except on tap.
I had a Flat Tire. I've never had a Flat Tire beer.
It's not a bad beer, but my preference is it on tap. Not Not
everything's better on tap, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. When Pat and I, we went and took the Nancy, Pat, and I, we went up to Colorado to watch the Chicago Cubs play the Rockies and baseball. And before the game, the day before the game, we took the tour of the Coors factory. And some of the best beer I've ever drank was right there at that factory that you could sit there and pull.
Do you think dranken's a real word?
Huh?
Do you think dranken's a real word?
Dranken? Yeah.
Some of the best drink I've ever dranken.
Drinking.
You're fucking making it up, Tom. You're making
it up. It's my own beer.
I fucking drank them, all of the drinking them up.
I drank it all.
Yeah.
I was looking for Old Chub. Store didn't have it. David, you want me to send you a 6-pack? I'm getting pretty good at boxing the stuff up. I had to do Hazy's box twice.
I know. When I got a fucking 10 Max guitar, it's heavy.
Oh, how much? That's probably going to cost. God, that's going to cost a chunk to get to Texas.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but
yeah,
it's heavy. It's heavy, and I want to send him some crumpets.
Some crumpets?
Yeah. Have you ever had a crumpet?
No.
Oh shit! You might have some coming your way too, then.
In fact, that was the first flat tire was on tap. I noticed it at CVS. See, in a drugstore, you're buying beer. Imagine that.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have a little bit of cocaine to go with it.
Yeah, well, give me a 6-pack of uppers and a 6-pack of flat tire, and I'm good for the night.
Yeah.
And then I was watching. Did you see Jimmy Seat's show last night?
Well, no, because when I wake up in the morning, it's just normally coming to an end. So I wake up, then I'll pop in and say hello, and he goes all through the night. His show is when I'm asleep.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is that Monica was on it last night, and she was drinking, and she started drinking this stuff that looked like an apple, and it was a cocktail.
Yeah.
And it's getting hot in here, so she'd go off screen and everything else, and it looked like she had a full top on, and then she'd come back on screen and she have a tank top on. She says, "Oh, that's better." But she was definitely having a good time last night.
Did she get her titties out?
Yeah. No, Tom, Total Wine has it. I have to wait until I have a ride. Yes, drugstore. They also have Newcastle Ale. This is a big count.
Newcastle Brown Ale. Is that the one?
He said Newcastle Ale. I never heard Newcastle. Okay.
Well, no, it's Newcastle Brown Ale. Yeah, it's a British beer.
Okay. The only thing I know Newcastle is up in Utah, and I have 2.5 acres up there.
2.5 acres of what?
Land in Newcastle, Utah.
Nice.
So.
What sort of land is it?
Here's Monica.
What sort of land is it? Hello, Monica.
It's high desert land. Oh no, I did. Okay, come on.
Did you get your boobies out, Monica? Did I miss it? Oh damn.
Oh no, I didn't get my boobs out. I was tank top.
The light's glaring on me, innit?
Hazy has a better idea.
Got a halo. You sound like a proper saint.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dorito, what's going on?
Oh, that's better.
Well, what did David Collins says? Yes, Hazy, they sell it at Exxon and CVS. So you can buy Newcastle beer at an Exxon gas station and a CVS pharmacy.
Nice. What's going on, Dorito? I mentioned you earlier, Dorito, when I was fantasizing about an American tour. You'd have been the last on the list.
Still think best one would be is take 2 months, rent a motorhome, and zigzag your way across.
Yeah.
and you won't even get it all, but you'll get a lot of the highlights.
Can you imagine how much that would cost?
Probably an arm and a leg, man. That'd be a chunk of change. 2 months in a rented motorhome.
Yeah. I mean, I've done 2 weeks in America, which was a chunk of change, like it was the biggest chunk of change I've ever had in my life. And I spent it all on one trip. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen that many before. May never see it again, but what an experience. You know?
You do ages, and Harry might not talk about it, but Jack will. There'd be vacation for ages that he went on.
Yeah, he'll remember that for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Harry will look at you and you tell him he's been to the United States, and he look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah. Well, I got photos and video footage. You know, pictures of him in a helicopter. Like, he had a helicopter ride and everything, Harry. You know? Like, there's probably not many fucking 2-year-olds, because he was 2 at the time. There's not many 2-year-olds that have flown up the Hudson in a helicopter.
Well, you know, he flew commercial jet from England to the United States, got on a helicopter, flew up the Hudson River, then several days later got back on a jet and flew back to England. Not too many 2-year-olds can say that.
Yeah, then a month later, I got on another one. I went to Spain. Before he was 3, he'd been on 6 airplanes. Crazy. And a helicopter.
David Collins goes, I remember a vacation we took when I was 3. Remember it like it happened yesterday. I'm old. I got CRS, so my memories are shot.
Yeah. Sweet, come on down. Yeah, come on down. Come on down. Price is right. Yeah, so what's been going on with you, Tom?
Pardon?
What's been going on with you? Everything good?
Yeah. Finally, I think I shook this cold good enough that I've got a little energy. I feel like getting back on the car, so I'll probably do that on Saturday. I'm still trying to figure out whether I want to keep this time slot or jump over to Dizzy's time slot, because I'm looking for somebody. I want to start doing videos strictly out in the garage with me working on the car.
Yeah.
But to do that, you need somebody, to co-host it or something for you to keep up with the chat, because I don't want to sit there and leave the chat all hanging out. Every time somebody does something.
Well, I've done that myself, done live builds and stuff, and the chat just gets in the way.
Yeah.
Seriously.
If somebody's going to spend their time watching my video, then at least I should do is answer their chat, or at least look.
Well, no, because you can't. When you work, the thing is, when you're working. So what you need to do, you need to accept the fact that there's people watching you. If that's what you want to do, go live, in your workshop. But there's people watching you work, and the best you can do is explain things you're doing as you do them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep up with chat, because then there's people having conversations, and then you're reading their conversations, and it's like, that's not why you're in that room. You're in that room to do work. And if you want to put a camera up.
But if you have a co-host who's on the panel and he's reading the chat and yelling and telling you about it.
No, because it's still taking you off the point of why you're there. You're there to do work.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
but I'd like to try it one time and see. So see how it would work out.
I'm not saying don't try it, but you'll find out pretty quick that trying to do work and answer questions and keep up with shit is difficult. I mean, if you got somebody, like you said, co-hosting, it might be different, because I've never done that. But every time I've gone live doing a build, chat seems to always take over a little bit,
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I'd like to give it a shot and see what happens.
It might work. Like I said, I never had a co-host to do that shit.
So.
But
probably tomorrow I'll get back on the car. I'll start on the speakers, and I'll do the backup light. I'll do video on it and post it. But and we're looking like we might be going to Texas in 2 weeks. We're still not sure. Evelyn's birthday She turns 11 is on the 31st of January, a week from today. Ooh, we should get her on and do a birthday show.
We'll be taking the kids to Grand Canyon this year. Nice, Dorito.
Yep.
That's by you, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get to it. Depends upon what side you want, but you can get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, Kate's mum and dad went to Vegas probably 10 years ago now. And they had a helicopter flight over the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Well, the mother did. The father didn't want to go.
Yeah, Maverick Helicopter does that.
Yeah.
Out of Henderson. But it's unique. Haven't done it myself, but we did fixed wing over the Grand Canyon, but not helicopter.
Yeah. Nice. Those 8 hours away.
I mean, you could spend days on the different things to see around this valley.
Yeah.
I mean, right outside of probably I'm gonna think maybe about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away, you can go up into the edge of Death Valley and see Scotty's Castle. That was built back it's on the edge of Death Valley, and it built back in the 20s about a millionaire who wanted to build this big, huge, monstrous home. I mean, it even had its own power plant and everything else. Big swimming pool in the front, and go tour that. I mean, every time we go up and we tour it, it's just unbelievable on what they were doing out there at that time back in the 20s. David, Tom, how far are you from the Grand Canyon? Well, I'm in Vegas, baby. So I mean, from the Grand Canyon, it depends upon if you want to go to the North Rim or if you want to go down to the south, which way I end up going, but it's at least a 3-4 hour drive either way. Yes, Scotty's Castle. Yeah. And it was neat. We used to do, when I had my street bike, we used to do a motorcycle. We called it the Spring Fever Motorcycle Run. And we used to take 93, 95, the highway outside of Vegas, get into California, cut over at Lathrop Wells and get into California, get up to Scotty's Castle, and then we camp out with tents and sleeping bags and stuff in Scotty's Castle, get up the next morning, do the tour of Scotty's Castle, continue into Death Valley. They got a big crater where a meteor hit, look at that, and then go to Furnace Creek. And then head back home, and then we knew of a natural warm springs area where we could sit there and go swimming, get cleaned up, and get back on our bikes and head back home and do it. We called it the Spring Fever Weekend.
Give me a second, Tom. I'll be back now.
Okay. See where Monica is.
What?
I see where Monica is. She said she'd come on. I got a story to tell her if she ever comes on. Yeah, it is quite a drive, David. Yeah, Death Valley on a street bike. It was fun. we got to Scotty's Castle, and a buddy of mine who did it was Richard. He's the retired IBEW electrician I know, and ex-Air Force buddy, or ex-Air Force, and we were in the Air Force together, so buddies. And we were in Scotty's Castle, and we realized we had no beer for the night, and the only place to get Furnace Creek, or the only place to get beer, was in Furnace Creek. So we had to drive from Scotty's Castle to Furnace Creek, which is about an hour and a half drive, to get some beer. But I'd tell you one thing right now, that a Woodjammer 3 front fairing can hold a case of Michelob in the bottles, because that's what was in my fairing coming back. Weighed it down a lot, didn't bust any of the seals on the forks, but yeah. People were looking at us like we were crazy as we were trying to pack a case of Michelob into that. And that was fun. That was a fun trip. Coming back then to the campsite, getting the beer on ice, and then we sat there and started the campfire and grilled some hot dogs and drank beer and told war stories. But we were the first camp on the campsite. So everybody coming in, we were all waving at them. So when everybody was doing their nightly walk, they all come up to see us and ask us how we're doing and everything. But that was that trip was great. And it was in the spring before Death Valley got hot, so it was quite the adventure. Let's see. Okay, nothing. Let me bring you up. Nothing's been done on the car. Today I've been playing plumber. We had the angle stop on the dishwasher underneath the sink blow out. When Sears put the last dishwasher in, they broke the handle off and turned around, and finally the packing started letting loose where the plastic and the rubber was in the handle where they broke it off. They never got the valve fully open and it started leaking. And so I replaced it this morning and didn't put anything back underneath the cabinet, and making sure now I'm running the dishwasher and making sure I have no other leaks underneath there. And then we'll start putting all the, the cleaning supplies that you keep underneath your kitchen sink. And that's what I'm doing now. Yes, sir. I've done a beer run on a bike many times. My trunk will hold a 15-pack with a 6-pack under the seat and room to spare. Oh man, that's nice. That's real nice. Yeah, but it was funny that now Richard had Richard rides, and he still rides, a 1976 BMW 750 with a Windjammer 3 front fairing, and he's got bags on it. And at the time, I had a Yamaha Virago 920 with a Windjammer 3 fairing on it, and I also had bags on mine. But my bags were still full, and my fairing was empty. So that's when, and Richard carried the ice in his bags, and I carried the beer in mine. And when we got back, we had a makeshift cooler that we were able to do and cool down the beer. But those are the fun trips. Those are the trips that when you get innovative and start doing stuff, that's fun. So, but yeah, there's a lot to see around here. I mean, if you wanted to go, I mean, between Valley of Fire, Lake Mead Recreational Center, Hoover Dam, Red Rock out near Red Rock, Mount Charleston, Mount Potosi, Mountain Springs. I mean, ton of stuff to do out in the boonies. Oh, Hazy's back.
Hello. Sorry I took so long.
I guess Monica's boss is at work because she can't come on.
Why can't you come on?
Because her boss is at work.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I was relying on Christmas alcohol, and I'm not drinking certain stuff. So what I'm going to do? Oh, my leg. I'll open another bottle of Bellinis.
There you go.
Peach Bellinis. It's a bit dusty though. Being in a fucking workshop. Sure.
I still have an unopened bottle of champagne from the Millennium 2000.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
20 years old.
Uh-huh.
That's 20 years ago. That's when I got stabbed 20 years ago.
You got stabbed 20 years ago?
Yeah, on the Millennium Eve. Twice.
Damn.
Yeah. And I managed to get a knife off the fucker too.
So wait, the guy stabbed you and you're still able to take the knife away from him?
Yeah, there was 2 guys.
2 guys?
Yeah. Both had knives.
So what did you do to piss them off?
I didn't do anything. They were fucking... I was walking up, me, Kate, and a friend and his girlfriend, walking up to the local pub to celebrate the New Year, because it was the Millennium Eve, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There was like a party going on and everything. There was a guy standing in the middle of the road, and as we're walking past, he stopped. He said, "Don't make got a cigarette." And I said, "I haven't." And he's just there staring at me, and I'm like, I was young. I was fucking 20, you know? 22, 20, 21, or 21, or 22. Oh, no, 23, 20 years ago. Fucking hell. So he's just standing there. I'm like, who the fuck are you looking at? He's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm got a cigarette for you. And then he's come towards me and I was like, fucking have that. And I just fucking punched him straight in the face. Next thing I know, there was a scuffle. His brother come running up and we're scuffling and everything. And then Kate or somebody shouts, he got a knife. And I've looked like that and he got this fucking big knife over that big. But he's already stabbed me and I didn't even know. So now I've got hold of the knife and he's trying to push it into my chest. So we're fucking scuffling around and everything. And I've got him on the floor and I'm fucking hitting him in the face, trying to get and twisting his hand, trying to get the knife off him. And as I've looked down, I've seen all my jeans just covered in blood. And I'm like, what the fuck? Didn't feel like I've been stabbed. Nothing's hurting, you know? But I'm leaking somewhere. So I just went a little fucking crazy. Took the knife off him. I thought, right, and I'm going to stab him. You know, I got to fucking get myself some help. And I'm bleeding. So I went up to the fucking the local pub. I sent Kate ahead to go and phone an ambulance. But when I got up there, my mum and dad were in there. So we've gone in. My mother's freaking out. My dad have taken me into the toilets, or the restroom, as you call it. And he stripped me off so he can see where I've been stabbed. I didn't know where I'd been stabbed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've been stabbed in the side of one leg and in my fucking bum cheek. But yeah, I was so lucky. It could have been a lot worse, you know?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny 5.
Hello, Johnny. Yeah, so yeah, I was lucky. But anyway, I'm up with this Bellini's. Yeah, that was 20 years ago. Fucking time flies.
You know, the only time anything like that ever happened to me was I got slit on my shoulder here, and it was over a fucking fighting for. We were water skiing all day out at Pineview Reservoir up in Utah, and we were coming into the dock, and we had just docked, and the guy sat there and said, "No, I was here first." And I said, "Well, wait a minute." I said, "Let us unload, and you can have the dock." He said, "Well, I was here first." And I said, "No, you weren't. Apparently, you weren't. We're here." And the next thing, he pulled out a knife and he slit me and a buddy of mine, and a buddy of mine cold-cocked him. And then I just pushed him into the lake and sat there and said, "You deal with it." And so then we finished unloading.
Like a fucking comedy sketch.
Yeah, we finished unloading the boat and everything else, and then got the trailer down and loaded the boat back up. And he finally got out of the water. And then there were 4 of us standing there, and we looked at him, sat there, and said, "Don't you think about it."
So why did he want to cut you?
Because he sat there and figured that he had the dock space first,
right,
and his boat wasn't even up at the dock. We were already tied off unloading.
How unstable is that motherfucker as a human being, though, that he thought it was acceptable to fucking cut you with a knife because you pushed in the fucking space dock in the boat?
Yeah.
Like, that's like, that sort of person probably shouldn't be in society.
Typical drunken idiot.
Yeah. Should I shake this?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but I'd do lots of stuff you fucking wouldn't.
End up with a lot of floaties.
Come on, you bastard.
Ooh, that sounded good. So is this a wine?
It's like a peach wine, yeah.
Okay.
It's not very strong. It's about 4%. I can drink a bottle to myself easy. It's better than drinking that 12-year-old Glenfiddich, whatever it's called, because that stuff fucks you up.
Yeah, you'll get fucked up with that stuff.
Yeah, plus I'm smoking a fucking doobie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm having a proper crazy Friday night.
So
I'm on the Bellinis, smoking a doobie. Sat on the Tom Noble show. Fuck, I'm living the dream.
Hold it, Johnny. Took painkillers, knocked me out for a while. So how's the finger?
Oh, don't go on about the finger. I seen him go on Snobby Scrapper's fucking live show. And when he went on there, they were like, "Oh, Johnny, that really hurts, don't it? I know, I feel your pain." Fucking Johnny, come on.
I like what Jet Wash sat there and said. He told Johnny take a hammer and smack himself in the toe, and you'd forget all about the finger.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you could just fucking snort a big fat line of cocaine and go and buy a hooker.
Yeah.
That'd make you forget about your finger.
Hooker and blow. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably lots of that where you are, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know too much about blow.
Oh, there it is. It's Vegas. There's fucking plenty of blow.
Okay.
Plenty.
Let's see. Old Chub is 8.0%, David. So if you find that.
I got Johnny out, you lot are vicious tonight. Johnny, shut the fuck up. We're real is what we are. I say to you what I would say to my brother. You know? I wouldn't be like, oh, look at your finger. I'd be like, shut the fuck up, you pussy. And that's what you want. You want someone that's real.
So how did you, I mean, okay, never mind. I'm not even going to go there.
Go there. Go there.
Myself in the finger with a hammer, but.
Go on. Go there. You're going to ask Johnny how he hurt his finger.
How did you, all right, Johnny, how did you hit your finger? And don't tell me with a fucking hammer either.
He's a clumsy motherfucker. What, you on the tequila?
Yeah.
Nice.
Missed. Okay. All right. I missed.
That fat tire is only 3.2.
When I was building my patio cover, I was putting in the bracing. We have 3 arch doorways on the back of the patio cover.
Yeah.
And I was putting in the bracing, and I was using a nail gun, and I shot myself through the web of my.
Oh fuck! You were lucky.
And I shot myself right through the fatty part of the web and everything else. Pulled the nail out. My wife's looking at me. Take a whole bunch of paper towels and wrap it up and put it over there. Take some electrical tape, wrap my hand back up with electrical tape, and went back to work.
Yeah, see, that's what a real man does.
There's plenty of time for other things. It's
Fuck yeah.
time to
Get
work.
a job done.
My wife looked at me and sat there, and everybody else who was with me all worked construction. And they sat there, yep, that's a carpenter's bandage, electrical tape and paper towels.
I've done it with just tape. I've been doing something, cut myself, and gone, oh, fuck. And held it like that. Looked around, all I can see is sellotape. That'll do. Sellotape. Lots of sellotape. You know?
Okay, let's see what Dave. I'll get it. There's this place, Lowe's, not the hardware store. They sell everything. They'll get it sooner or later. Okay, well, hold on. Let me get a can of it for you, David. I got to go out and get a beer anyway and a shot.
You can get they got a wine tasting bar. He said you can get smashed right there.
Hold down the fort, Hazy. I'll be back.
Yep. Knocking some paneling into place. Missed the final shot with a lump hammer. Sucks. Paper towels and duct tape. Yeah, I've done that loads of times. I think I've just been, my request to join Guitar Forum have been accepted. Let me just check. Oh, now I'm a member. Yes. Now I'm a member of Guitar Builders Resources Group. Fuck yeah. This group was created to achieve numerous guitar builds and luthier page on Facebook. Look at that. Yeah. Want to see? I did go back in the shed and carry on working. Couldn't hold the screws. Poor me. Oh, Johnny, come on now. Well, David Collins, was you on my show earlier? Because Dizzy was on there. Just saying. But let's not talk about Dizzy too much, you know, it just gets fucking makes his head swell up and stuff. I've just been added to a guitar building group. What percentage are?
This is it.
Yeah, what percent is it?
You got a 6-pack of this coming, Hazy.
It's Scotch ale.
It's 8%.
Holy shit.
And let's see. I'm trying to see if they have a web page or anything. Here it is. Hold it.
Yeah.
All right, shaky hands.
Just say what it says.
Oakstra Brews, www.oskarblues.com. Okra? I don't know. See, here's one for you, Hazy. Read that one. You make it out?
No.
Pack it in, pack it right. Or pack it out.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to sin, battle me. No, I came to win, battle me. That's a sin.
Yeah.
Oh, never slack up, punk. You better back up. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, let's see.
Tube caster.
They're talking about backpacking the beer in. OSKAR Blues Brewery, and it's in Colorado.
But it's good from Scotland.
But it says it's a Scotch ale.
Yeah. Has it got a Scotch taste to it? Is it a little bit like the Dragon's Milk?
No, not really. Not that I can tell. And I'm looking for the percentage, and I can't seem to find it on the can. But the box says it's 8% by alcohol. Here it is. So there you go, David. Was that any help for you?
Sorry, Tom. I'm just doing something. I've been accepted to a guitar building group.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I'm putting some pictures of this YouTube button up.
Did you go to the one I sent you, Greg Porter?
Yeah, I think I've already seen him. I watch so many guitar people. I started watching a new channel. Well, they're not new, but they're new to me. Called Texas Toast Guitars.
Okay.
I think they're in California, but the guy's from Texas, so they're called Texas Toast.
Texas Toast Guitars. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Hold on, I'm looking for something for you right now, so bear with me.
Sorry, you got a bear with you? Holy shit, that's dangerous.
Bear with me.
Oh, okay. There's 12,000 members in this group. What are you looking for?
Greg Porter's webpage. It's Greg's Garage, and I had it down here in my favorites.
I think you sent me that already.
Did I?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
And then he has a guitar website where he does guitars, and I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. How heavy is that branding iron?
Not that bad.
No?
I'd say probably about 3 pounds.
Holy shit, that's quite heavy.
You definitely put a dent in somebody's head if you swung it at him.
Yeah, fucking Hazy Days dent. A few people might have that.
Actually, when I was showing it to you, I was waiting for you guys to sit there and tell me, brand your leg, Tom, brand your leg.
I think I said that, didn't I, once?
Did you? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I think I did definitely tell you to stick it on your skin. I might do my arm.
Your amp?
My arm. I might stick it right over there. Right over my dizzy tattoo.
You better get tanked up for that one.
I can handle pain. What I'll do, I'll suck on the toe of Satan while I'm doing it.
No, okay. Well, here's Greg's page. So.
Where'd you put it?
I put it in the chat.
Okay. I got the StreamYard chat, which comes up like 10 minutes later.
Okay.
Who we got in the house then? What's going on with
it? That's it. It's Skyjacker Guitars, I think, is the name of his.
Yeah. Need to go back and reclamation. Yeah. Oh, you've done most of it now, Johnny, have you? Nice. You got the power over me. So your boys are busy tonight, Tom, yeah?
T-Dub got in an auto accident, and he's with the insurance company right now, taking care of his car a couple of days ago. And Pat is having issues with the internet. Cox Communications, which supplies him his internet, has trucks all around his apartment complex, and it looks like they're having issues with the cable TV, cable internet. So he hasn't been. Yeah. So that's the last I heard of him. And that's it. I don't even see my granddaughters popping in like they usually do. But then they're going to be off.
Well, if their internet's down, that's what it's going to be. Now.
Yeah. So, and then Monica's boss must be in the office because she hasn't even popped on since the beginning.
Yeah. It's being watched. Did you eat all those gummies after? Have you got any left? You got 2 left.
I'm saving them.
How many did you eat?
Oh, hell. When T-Dub and Pat were, oh, God. Over the holidays, I probably ate about 4.
Yeah. They're good,
but one thing is to sit there and I ate one while I was smoking the brisket or smoking the prime rib. And boy, that prime rib definitely tasted good that day when we got it off the smoker. That with the horseradish.
I bet you were all smoked up.
Yeah, with the horseradish we put on it and everything. Oh, it was awesome. We did twice baked potatoes, corn, and prime rib and horseradish.
Nice.
David Collins says he met the president at Cox one time. Okay.
I don't know what that means. The president of Cox. What the fuck? What's he saying?
Hold on. I was cozy in there today when I went to, okay. He really lives in Virginia Beach. His last name is King. Oh, okay. You're going to say King Cox?
So Cox King.
Or Cox King. Come on, David. So were you able to find that webpage, David? Hold on. I'll do something. Bear with me, guys. Again.
You got to bear with him again. I mean, I got a penguin, but I don't keep mentioning it, do I? You know, do you hear me saying there's a penguin with me? No, you don't. Him and his fucking bear. Shit. Who's Cox? Like, what was it? Did I miss something?
They're the ones that supply primarily for out here most of the cable TV
Oh, okay.
and the cable internet.
Oh, and David Collins met the manager.
He said the president.
The president.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Collins. How did you manage that? How did you pull that one off? Did you pull him off?
I don't know. Did he pull off the president of Cox? Oh, wait.
He pulled off the president's Cox.
Here, let's see if this works. All right. There you go, David.
Yeah, that was okay then a bit.
.com. So that's where you find old Chubb. So you go to the website, see if they bring it in your area or where you can find it in your area, because that's what I had to do to find it here. Cox is major communications for most of the United States. I mean, they're in California, they're here. Apparently they're there. His name is Tom King Cox. Oh, okay.
Tom King Cox.
Well, President of Cox, so you had to put Cox in there somewhere, or Tom Cox King.
No, actually, what's your fucking email address?
Mine?
Yes.
TANOBLE at Cox.net.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yeah, I have Cox cable too.
Fucking Cox cable. What the fuck are you people saying to each other? Fucking, I gotta watch some cable. Where are you gonna get it from? I'm gonna get it from Cox.
Oh, well,
yeah.
You probably have a field day sitting here watching the trucks with Cox on the side of them drive all over the valley.
Yeah. Funny shit.
Hazy worked for the Red Cross Donor Center. He donated platelets. Okay.
Platelets are bits in your blood. You got white platelets and you got red platelets.
Okay.
And depending if one's too high, things are bad. You know, you gotta be even. You gotta be level. There's a certain ratio. But I mean, if I could donate platelets, then I would. But I can't. So I'm not gonna. Okay. I tried donating blood once, but they asked too many questions. You know, they're like fucking, where did you get it? Whose is it? Why is it in a bucket? You know, like, for fuck's sake, do you want it or not? Fucking like, yeah.
How old is it?
Like fucking, you know, why is it gone lumpy? Like fucking, why is there bits of hair in it? Like, do you want it or not? You know,
yeah.
It took me a while to collect this bucket full. Oh shit! Listen, I've had some good fucking one-liners today. Fair dues. I've been on form.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. That's why I went live. I was sat here and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going live. I'm gonna have an hour. I already done an hour. It was good.
Yeah, we're going on an hour right about now.
Yeah, it's nice. Just get on, have a little chat. Shame that the chat ain't moving as fast as it should be with fucking David Collins and Johnny. Where's everyone else?
Well, here we'll see if we get anybody else who wants to jump into the panel. David needs to get a computer.
Yeah.
Hazy.
Johnny, come up on the panel and have a look at your finger.
Hazy on the cheap wine. David said that, not me. David, I just read.
Listen, no, I'm on all sorts. I've had a couple of these. I had 3 of these export from Morrison's premium lagers. I've had a massive shot of Glenfiddich, the Scotch whiskey. Now I got hiccups. Fuck. And now I'm on the fucking Bellinis, whatever it is.
Peach wine. Well, next week I go live from the workshop. Get it finished up first.
Nice.
Johnny Five, jump on here. I just put the link up. Come on.
Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny Five. Come on, Johnny Five. Do you think that tightening screw is a bit much for that? That's all I had. The light on this camera is fucking shocking.
What are you doing, Hazy? You're mixing all that stuff. Oh, he's talking about what you've been drinking.
Oh yeah, I'm mixing it. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely mixing it. Unless there's a divide in my stomach, which I didn't know about, then I'm definitely mixing it. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
What the fuck have you done to your head?
No?
Johnny, you look a different person.
Like growing back.
No, it's like you've lost all the weight just off your head.
I know. My face first.
It's like a different face. It's like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, go and get your brother Johnny. Come on now, stop fucking around.
It's me.
Let's have a look at your finger, Johnny. Let me have a look at it. Oh, yeah, you ate that good and proper.
Yes.
Now stop bitching about it.
David Collins said, Hazy, just stay off the vodka.
I'm going to vodka. So I bet that stings a bit, Johnny.
Johnny, did you drill a hole in the nail yet to relieve the pressure?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that will help. I've done that before myself.
No, I'll be right.
I've done that before.
Just don't drill too deep, otherwise you go straight through the other end.
Drill the hole and then once the pressure goes, a whole bunch of blood squirts out, and then the pressure goes away and it feels a lot better.
Yeah, then you can continue picking your bum.
I know this is one to pick my nose with as well. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Or your ear.
Yeah, you give it a good old whack though, by the looks of things.
Oh, I didn't half it with the last swing. I thought, get in, you bastard. I totally missed.
Oh, it was a proper good fucking out there.
Oh, I went round garden swearing for a good 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Just 10 minutes?
The shed wasn't big enough for it run round I needed.
And then every time you sit there and bang it up against something, you're swearing all over again.
Yeah, it's starting to look good in there now, Johnny.
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference? Can you tell the difference of the heat?
Yeah, even I went in today and it won't. I mean, obviously it won't warm, but it won't cold.
Yeah, not like normal. Yeah, you put a little heater in there for 5 minutes and it'll be lovely. I got all my heater set up, so when I go out in the night, I'll switch it on full blast, take the heater in the middle, go in the house, switch the plug off so everything turns off. Then when I wake up in the morning, I'll go in the kitchen, switch the workshop on, so everything comes on, the heater comes on. I'll make my coffee. By the time I've made my coffee and everything, come in here and it's lovely and warm. It's warmer in here now than it is in my house.
So, all right, Casey, how cold does it get there at night?
I guess cold. Like it was in the minuses the other day. -3, I think it was. Yeah.
That's the thing over here. Between like December and March, it's chuffing freezing.
Yeah.
See, now we have a heat wave coming in. The low's going to
finish it.
The low for us this week is going to be in the mid 40s, and the high is going to be in the upper 60s, low 70s.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I'm in here now with just a t-shirt on. Like I'm out the back, you know what I mean? And it's in fact I'm going to turn the heat down a little. Getting a bit much. You know.
Hopefully but I took all the stuff out from under the workbench, and I took all because I laminate floored underneath the workbench ages ago. So I took all that off. Some big spiders behind that.
I bet.
And then I re-insulated all that, and then I started doing top bit, and that's when I hit myself.
So how much more? How long before you finish? You think? How much more you got left to do?
Well, I need to buy some more of that cladding, but all the insulation itself's done, so it's just a matter of cladding over it.
Right, so you have much left over?
I need some more of the cladding.
No, do you have much insulation left over?
Well, you know, it goes into like 3 separate little rolls. Well, I've got one more roll left, which I'm going to put that on the. I'm going to put a little frame on the back of the double doors.
Yeah.
And insulate them, and then go over them as well.
Yeah, fair dues.
3 rolls has done it perfectly.
Yeah, because my door was glass windows, and I insulated everything. Then when I was standing by, I could feel the cold coming off the glass. You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
I boarded them up now.
Can you get a piece of foam insulation and put it over the glass and take it off in the summer?
No, it's fine. I just boarded it. I just put some board up with some screws. I can take it off whenever I want. You know.
Okay.
And then I turned it into a whiteboard.
Well, I've got a single door on the 8x6, and then you go through to the double doors, and then.
Yeah.
Ricky Dove's stove's in way at the moment, so I can't shut one at the door.
Ricky Dove stove.
That stove from Ian Matthew.
Oh, you still haven't given it to him?
I'm getting new exhaust and MOT done next week before I bob over with it. The exhaust is really good, and it sounds like a tank.
Is it that bad? Is it? Anthony said, Tom, you're a stock man.
What? Oh, no, I'm an old man.
I'm just great.
What?
So I'm not old, I'm just great.
I'm trying to get old and achy and rickety.
I'm feeling good, so I twisted my ankle and then hit myself with an hammer.
Yeah, you fucked your ankle up.
It took my mind off my ankle, I can tell you that.
Fucking bet. I got this ice tray where you put the top on and lift that lid and fill it with water.
Oh, the humidifier thing.
No, it's an ice tray.
Huh?
Oh, I can see the wheels turning now. An ice tray guitar.
An ice tray guitar, yeah.
Take the neck off, put it in your freezer, have ice, and then make a cocktail, and then put it back together.
I could make an ice guitar, and then I could post it to you, and I'll say I'll post it in a plastic bag, and really just post you some water.
A puddle and some strings.
Yeah, just fucking wet tissue or something.
I figured the post office would at least tell me if your package made it to Hawaii. They're not telling anything. It's just on a destination to you.
I know what's to say. No, nothing. Last it said what I seen. It said it's in LA or leaving LA.
Yo, actually, redneck.
Hold on. I'll look now.
It should be in the UK by now.
Oh dear. Them tablets zonk you out. I took a couple of Tracy's dissolvable cocodamols, knock your bloody head off.
Here's what they, Hazy. Here's what
you're doing, Johnny.
Your package is moving within the United States Postal Service network and is on its track to being delivered to its final destination.
Yeah.
It's currently in transit to the next facility.
Yeah, that's what it said to me.
But yet they don't give me a delivery date.
Didn't they give you a date?
Huh?
Didn't they give you a delivery date?
They told me 6 to 10 days, but once it gets into the system, I figured they'd be able to give me a delivery date, and they haven't said nothing.
Yeah. So when would the 6th day be?
The 6th day from mail would be this Monday. And then if we go to the 10 days, it will be that Friday.
Friday.
The 31st. I figure.
Johnny, who's that standing behind you?
The fishy wishes.
Here he is. And I figure that you will get it by not this Sunday show, but by next Sunday show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should do.
I should say they never really give you an actual date until it hits your land, your land mass.
Yeah.
I'm for them, mate.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's
How are
going
you,
on?
Andy? You okay?
I just been celebrating with a friend of mine. He made bank today.
Nice.
He had a lot of stock in Lyft and Uber, and they just opened up in Vancouver. So
Cool.
So what
Yeah.
I mean, how much did he make?
he went from his stock being worth 30,000 to 150,000.
Nice. Sell.
He did this morning. He sold every bit of it.
There you
Nice.
Yeah, but he kept some of it because the fact they will, once they do a test run in Vancouver, they will be spreading across Canada too.
go. Yeah, but then there's a chance that it might double too
Right,
as it expands to Canada.
right, exactly. That's why he left some of it in there just to let it ride.
David Collins, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
Did he say it in that key? Did he write it in that key? I reckon he wrote it in a different key. I reckon he wrote it like this. Leaving on a jet plane. I'll be back again.
Daisy,
I reckon that's how he wrote it.
Daisy, who hit you in the nuts, man?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's like this guy here. There's a guy here local. He's kind of a singer, got a little band going, and he oh God, bless his heart, he tries, but he's trying to do the nostril singing like AC/DC did. And I said, bro, you're not, no, just stop. Just stop, okay? Just stop.
Yeah.
Not everybody can sing through their nostrils, and you're not one of them. I mean, he's a good singer, but he likes AC/DC, which, you know, I have no problem with. I like AC/DC too, but I don't try to sound like him.
Okay, Johnny?
Yeah, just getting some water. You got the solid drink in it? Water.
Yeah. John, you got to stop losing weight now. You're losing too much.
Yeah.
I'm 16 stone now.
Yeah, that's enough now, Johnny.
How many pounds is that?
16
I've lost
stone.
some-
How many pounds? That's 200 and what?
I've lost 140 pounds.
Yeah.
You've lost 140 pounds. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I lost 140 pounds? There'd be fucking nothing left of me.
Daisy, we'd have to put a roll of quarters in each one of your pockets so the wind wouldn't blow you away.
Fucking right to it and hold on to me. Shit.
Give me just an envelope saying Hazy Days, 777 skin.
777 skin. Yeah, well, at the moment, I'm like fucking 275 pounds. Oh, bye, Tom. I'll keep your show going. It's fine. Yeah, I'm like 275 pounds. So if I lost 140, that's like fucking half my weight.
Yeah.
I think I'm 225, I think I am.
Yeah, I'd be like fucking. Oh, that'd be fucked up bad.
Yeah.
I needed to do it though. Look at how big I got. I was pretty big.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know. But the funny thing is, when you stood next to me, you didn't look that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you blocked the door when I knocked on it. I went like that. I went, hello.
Listen, you're not fucking small.
Apparently, he's saying you ain't either.
I know I'm not small.
Yeah, we definitely had one. You're not coming in moment.
Great meeting you, Johnny. Johnny, listen, Johnny stayed in my house. Johnny has stayed in my house.
Yeah.
You should see the tent I bought for camping this year. It's massive.
Nice.
I remember you
It's a
telling me.
3-bedroom, 8-person, big dome tent, and you can walk around in all it, like big living room bit and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
180 quid. It's only a year old.
A year old?
Yeah.
I know. I'd love to do all that. I got all the camping gear, but Kate just don't do camping no more.
It comes in 3 separate bags. You've got a massive ground sheet, then all the
It comes in
poles,
3 separate bags. That's posh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking it up tomorrow. I hope they're going to put them in boot for me.
How much
and I've got to
for
pick
it?
up 170.
Yeah, that's why they break it down to 3 bags.
It was about £500 to buy new.
Yeah.
And I've got to pick up a tap and die set that I bought. My tow bar, the first bracket, I took off the towing hook, and that was fine. But the second one, it's never had any screws in it, so the threads have rusted up. So I need to re-thread it. Because all the fanny garages won't fit my tow bar for me, so I've got to do it myself.
Well, yeah, I know, but I've been hearing them. Something's going on today. That's the 5th one come through here.
What's up? What was that, Anthony?
Oh, just a lot of sirens, state troopers, sheriff department, police department, ATF.
They found out about your stash.
Nah, they probably busting another meth lab.
All right.
You know, they got to, you know, it's getting toward the middle to the end of the month. You know, they got to make their quota.
Ain't
Well,
they?
you know, they let the drug dealers build up, and then they go bust them, take their cash stash, and then, you know, keep them locked up for 3 months, and they get right back out, start another lab, and then they go bust that lab. You know, it's just a domino effect.
Yeah, but it supports the cops in buying new equipment.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, it's never ending. Yeah.
It's same over it. Well, cannabis-wise, the shut one place down in Harold in Leeds. Within an hour, there's another one on.
You know, I tell you, that's anything criminal enterprise. You knock down one, you just let the little guy move up. You know?
I mean, they've sussed it now. They just started hanging around on the streets, and then when you want out, they just like go to a wheelie bin and get out.
Well, it's like here they were busting the lab so bad they went to that shake and bake because you can do it in the trunk of your car or in the woods, you know.
See, where I live in Leeds, it's like a completely different world to that part of Leeds. So I just go get what I need from there on the cheap.
Yeah, yeah, you know, you went in the parking lot of the department store to buy, you know, stolen TVs and toaster irons. Now you're buying shake and bake crack out of a trunk.
Fucking shake and bake crack. What the fuck is that?
Well, meth. I mean, not crack, but meth. Yeah, they keep making a 2-liter bottle in their trunk.
Oh, can they fucking refine it down to that, have they?
Well, yeah, because
So you don't got to do the Breaking Bad fucking camper van shit.
Well, yeah, you drive around while it's curing. That way, even if the helicopters fly over with the heat seekers, it don't pick it up because they think it's just heat from the car because you're driving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that one.
For motorhomes.
Anthony, you know too much.
Have they started using motorhomes yet?
No, they stopped doing that a while back when Breaking Bad told all their secrets.
Yeah. Like everyone who looks dodgy with a motorhome is definitely fucking cooking meth.
Yeah, yeah. You know, they see a motorhome sitting out in the middle of the desert, Arizona. They go, let's go talk to that guy.
We bust these guys. We get 2 new squad cars.
Yeah, but like all the TV are definitely stargazers.
Yeah.
You see that picture of that house in Sweden? It were growing weed, and it was basically only house in the entire village with no snow on roof.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you know, it's kind of funny. You see this big mansion house style sitting out in the woods. You fly over it, and it's got clear fiberglass panels on the top. You know, that's kind of a giveaway. Wonder why they need all that sunlight getting in.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's a genius, but you know, they forgot the part that, you know, they fly over with helicopters and they go, well, check that out.
Yeah.
What they were doing here before it got illegal is they were looking at everybody's power bill.
Yeah. For the grow lights.
Okay, wait a minute. What's this guy? It's the middle of winter. What has he got a summertime power bill for?
Right.
Grow lamps.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then they hit the house, and sure enough, guys renting the house, and the whole house is converted to a grow house.
Yep. I've had this house searched twice.
Why has he got light bulb size of a rugby ball?
No. Now, this house has been searched twice because of the fact that it's 200 years old and they didn't believe in insulation back here. So when I run the heat, the actual furnace heat, my bill climbs about $600 a month.
Oh, damn.
So they automatically, like you said, they watching that meter and they go,
I use about 40 a week, 20 on gas, 20 on electric.
Yeah.
I've got fish tank constantly running as well. So.
Yeah, that's why half of this house is closed down. I don't even use it because I'm trying to keep the heat. But I tell people, even though you close part of the house down, that defeats the purpose because you got more cold surrounding you. Then Yeah.
How big's your house? Then?
It's huge. Yeah. I just don't. Well, the reason it's so huge because this is built back in Victorian style. Most of the ceilings are 11 foot to 12 foot tall in here.
Damn, tablets, knocked me out for about.
That's where your heat is, all up there.
Yeah. It's all up there. Well, yeah, but you got to remember when this house was built, they built it for in the summer. The heat stays above your head, and you're cooler down here.
Yeah.
Well, in the winter, it just screws you because your heat stays up there, and the cold just hugs your ass.
Yeah. The only problem I have with this house is that the back door, it's a small hallway, so they've put it so it opens outwards, but they put the frame the wrong way around.
Yeah, that's
so
why
the outside insulation part of the door is outside.
Yeah, that's why I bought that other property, and I'm building a smaller house for just me and her there because what it would take for me to bring this house to what you would call par, I can build three new houses.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cheaper for what I'm doing now. I already bought the land. I just got to decide what I want to build on it. Yeah.
Cool. Get AJ over the pile of pallets if you start.
Yeah, because now it's just going to be me and her. There's no sense having a house this big. It's been in the family for a long time, but we got younger family coming up that's got 4 or 5 kids. I'd be more suitable for them to fix it up.
Oh, you're gonna keep it in family then?
Oh yeah, this has been in the family for 10 generations.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah. Well, the property has. The house is only about 200 years old. Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Mine were built in 40s.
Well, the entire house was built out of cypress wood. I don't know if you know the terms of cypress wood. The older it gets, it's basically like concrete.
Yeah.
Exactly. House, though. And if you try and put a picture up, you've got to, use a hammer.
I got to get a masonry bit.
It gets to the point you need a jackhammer.
Yeah, that's why I have to use a hammer drill with a masonry bit.
Hello, Tracy.
I see spray foam insulation in that house's future.
Oh well, see, they actually said I had a company come look to do that. To go. How they drill the hole top and pump the foam.
Yeah, pump it down, and then when it comes out,
to make the labor cheaper, they would have to do it from outside because the wood outside was softer than the wood in the inside. Basically, they'd have to go between each stud, between 2x4s, and actually they're not even 2x4s; they're 2x6s, and drill holes on the outside and pump it from the outside and just cap it, and then cap the whole outside with vinyl.
I've used 2x4s as trim in my workshop.
Yeah.
They're 13 foot long as well. Well, I tried to put them in the shed to keep them dry, but
the vinyl. But the bad part, the vinyl it would take to cover the entire outside of this house would probably cover most people's house 3 times.
No, yeah, this is a 3-bedroom house. You'd well cover it.
Yeah.
Tom, I've got to close this freaking workshop down and get everything in the house, so I'll jump back in a bit.
All right. We'll be here.
All right.
No, I'd love to fix this house up because I love it. It's just, I can't look at my age and I'm retired. I something that I don't even need half of, I mean, through that door right there is basically another house. So there's 2 rooms, a sunroom, a bathroom, and a big walk-in closet and a big storage area, and I don't even use that, other than storage. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in we're in a subdivision home that's about 2,400 square feet. It's just me and the wife. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms.
Yeah.
Me and Nancy. And I asked her if she wanted to move. Now she's an Air Force brat, and she spent 7 years with me in the Air Force.
Right.
I'm moving all over, and she moved all over with her dad. And she dropped the F-bomb on me and said, no, we ain't moving no more.
Oh yeah, I'm tired of moving too, but I've done the same thing. I've moved so many times it's not even funny, but it just financially, I just can't see me and her staying in the house this big when I got other families that could use the house this big.
Yeah.
You know, let them put the money into it and I move on, you know.
I've been here 6 years, and before that, the house we had, we were in it for 12 years. That's how long we've been married.
Yeah, because before me and her moved into this house sit 10 years empty.
Oh, wow.
You know, because no one had a family big enough to even want to fool with it, you know, because I worked on it for 3 months before even me and her moved into it. But at the time, it was me, her, my son, and her son. So, you know, we still had kids at home. So, you know, and it's paid for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to pay rent, didn't have to pay mortgage. Just basically, hey, it's, you know, like my older brother said, why are you living over in this town paying rent when an hour away there's a house sitting there empty? You know?
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
once I lived in it for a few years, I understand why it's empty. Because what it takes to heat it. Now, cooling is not a problem because, you know, it's so tall, the heat stays off you.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. But in the wintertime, you know, and thank God it doesn't get cold here like it does up north where I'm from. Because if we had snow and ice like I did up from north here, this house would be doomed.
Yeah. When you got that first heating bill, you knew why it was empty.
Yeah.
Is it a timber built house then?
Yeah. Yeah. There's no solid wood here. It's all board after board after board. Yeah. Yeah. Even when I tore in some of the floors to fix the piping, there was 2 subfloors. You have one running this way and the other one running the opposite way, but it was all tongue and groove.
So is it timber frame?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah,
that ain't going anywhere.
Oh no, that's why it's big here. I mean, through all the tornadoes and hurricanes that's hit this area, this house hasn't budged in 200 years. I think the worst that ever happened, a few shingles got tore off the roof. You know, that's about it. The rest of the time, it was just like, yeah, it's wind, get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because believe it or not,
a little wind. All right, that's a.
I remember one year a category 4.5 tornado went right through the backyard here, and all it did was rip a few shingles off the house, tore up everything else in the yard. Yeah,
an house that big's got a big footprint on it, so that's probably why it's so strong, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you gotta understand here too, because the way the ground is, when they built this house, they actually took pilings and went so deep in the ground with concrete piers to where basically it's you know, even if this house did hit a direct tornado that managed to tear it up, you probably should still see the corner post still standing there going, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Next, move on.
Yeah. And there's several houses that's built like this one on this road. There's a lot of old houses down this road, and everything that's been thrown in this area as far as hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods, they're still here.
Only thing we really get bad in the UK is flooding.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember the one flood come right up to the porch. It never got in the house because this house doesn't sit on the ground. It's actually off the ground. So. But if you get underneath and look at the main corner posts and all that going in the ground, they look like 4x4s put together, but it's solid wood. You know what I'm talking about? It's like they took a tree and squared it and in the ground.
200 years ago, they probably did.
Yeah.
And then the wood was a lot denser then. Back then.
Yeah.
The growth rings were a lot tighter on the wood then.
When I was saying, because that Victorian Victorian cladding thing I got the other day.
Yeah,
it's interlocking and it's like an inch thick.
Yeah,
and it was quite dense to even drill through it, and that's Well, it come out of a school gym of a Victorian school. It with the paneling on the wall.
Well, you know, the funny thing is I had a general contractor that's big in this area. He told me I would make more money dismantling this house and selling the wood off. I would make more money trying to rather than fixing this up, just dismantle it and cut it and sell it out in pieces. Because people buying that, you know, a lot of people are getting into that, buying that old wood and redoing something with it.
Well, the good thing about it was like £1.50 meter, and it was already varnished.
Yeah.
Both sides is already varnished on it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So I've used eight Victorian pine doors. I've done the walls, the ceiling, and then all along the top and around the windows and each end of the workshop, I've cladded up with that cladding.
Yeah.
So it's cost me £50 in insulation, £30 for the 8 doors I got, which they're all strip pine, they're Victorian ones. They still had the latches on.
Yeah.
You know, the flick up latches.
Oh, I still have rooms in this house that have the old push button light switches and stuff. I don't know if you remember those. The click, 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 click. Yeah. And they still work.
You're on about the Bakelite switches, aren't you? The proper.
Yeah. And the sad thing is when they do finally go out, I had a few of them finally go out and I had to replace them. I couldn't find any push button switches. I had to go back.
You have to take a picture of the outside of the house and show it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all, you know, ain't nothing solid. It's all board by board. Yeah. I mean, even all the doors in here, you can see through the kitchen door, all the doors in this house have a half a foot trim pieces on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Around the doors. They're half a foot wide. They're all 6 inches wide.
Anthony, is that still knob and tube wiring?
No, that all had to be done. I had to redo that before I could move into it.
Okay.
The wiring, the electrical has been redone. It had to because used to it was just that old cloth wrap wire. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
And when I was going to move into it, a lot of it had to be redone because you know the power company's like, we can't hook up to that. Yeah. Even though it's been here, you know.
Be like hooking up to a candle.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying the funny thing is it's been here. You know, the power only been off for 10 years, so it's not like it was not used at one time, you know. Yeah. It just, you know, anytime you shut something down and the place is old and you got someone else move in it, you gotta go by the new, you know.
The new codes.
Yep. Yeah. You know, you're no longer grandfathered in, you know.
The minute you touch it in the remodel, then you have to bring it up to current codes and standards.
Yep. Because you got to remember, even before the breaker box and stuff were mounted on the outside of the house, it still had the glass fuses, the screw-ins.
God, them little flicking screw-in ones.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, when we was rewiring it to the breaker box out there, from this one here and put regular breakers on the inside where it actually had a breaker block. We had to convert it to the, you know, the actual trip breakers. Half of them had pennies shoved in them. You know, the whole day when it blow, they just stick a penny behind it and screw it in.
Yeah, rather buy new shoes, they stick a copper penny. Yeah.
Hey, I found a bunch of old copper pennies behind those keys. And I mean real copper pennies. Yeah. One was the oldest was dated 1927.
Damn. I was helping a friend remodel a house and he had knob and tube. And we came across this one section to where you could see the wiring had overheated and then started working on the floor studs.
Yeah.
The second floor. And we just sat there and went, damn.
Yeah, and then and if it was built with the wood we use nowadays, it would have burnt to the ground.
This was built back in the, God, I want to say.
Yeah, there was a few places like that. You could see where the wiring had burnt a freaking trowel through the studs and stuff. And I was like, holy crap, man. If that had been normal, regular pine wood or something like that, this place would have went up like a Roman candle.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, around here where it was, there were a lot of terraced housing. It got bombed during the war, so they started building these in like 1938.
Yep. Yeah.
They used German prisoners of war to lay out streets, roads down the streets and stuff.
Well, yeah. Your brothers blew it up. You can put it back. Yeah.
There's pictures, there's like old pictures in the town hall where you can see them actually. They were there digging roads and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on wars and stuff. That's like we get a lot of tourists come here to look at the old plantations that are still up and functioning here. Well, not functioning, but they're still here. And it blows their mind because a lot of them come with a lot of hate in their heart, and then they realize I've heard them in the hallways go, "This was a slave plantation?" And the lady's like, "Yes." But the owners were black. She goes, "Yes, we know." They were African. They were of African royalty. They lived here, run plantations, and had slaves. Yep. 4 of our biggest plantations were like that here. And it blows people mind because they don't teach it in history no more. And people are like, they come here and they're like, huh?
I can bend my finger from there, but not the top bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I might have broken that a bit.
Oh, man. Ooh, yeah, you hit that one pretty good, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. That's my normal size finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was tapping it in, and the wood kept tapping back out, so I thought, get in, you bastard, and I whacked it and totally missed.
That one.
No, yeah.
That one's been hit with a hammer a couple of times.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse, is that I lapped that garden swearing to myself for about 10 minutes.
Oh, man, you know how many times I've heard myself in a garden swear I'll never grow another one, and what I do every year? I try to plant a garden.
I did quite a bit of veg last year with Keener and that. So
yeah, well, I'm just saying it's funny how over winter time
you want to plant to die? Send it to me. I'll kill it.
My mum could kill a plastic plant. I'm telling you.
I'll kill the plastic
one. I even got one in like a little dome.
Johnny, you forget the desert heat here. We'll kill it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, say I'm the opposite. My wife gets it down there, kills it, she gives it to me, and it turns green again. She's like, "You mother."
Well, where I live, it's in Yorkshire. It's about to rain. It's just rained, or it's just starting to rain.
Yeah, when they legalized pot here, I told the wife, I said, we could never go into the pot growing business. I said, we killed too many plants. I said, we'd be broke before we even started.
Profit and loss would be too great.
Yeah.
Here's our profit and our losses right here.
Yeah.
And I ain't even smoked any of it.
Yeah. So how do you think it's going there, legalizing it all over there? Is it working, or is it making the problem worse? Or?
Well, my oldest brother's doing it in Colorado, and he's making a killing.
When they legalized it in Canada, they ran out in 2 days.
Yeah,
they run out.
They did that. They did that in a few places over here when they first, like certain states, when they first went recreational with it. They pretty much just and it hurt them because people that was on it for medical was having going, "Hey, we need that."
Well, all these doctors and lawyers here that sat there and speculated, put up all these big warehouses and everything else, are now getting their asses saved because now they're turning them into grow houses to grow pot.
Yeah, but they knew it was coming. That's why they were sitting on it.
But these guys were sitting on stuff for almost 15 years, Anthony.
I know, but sometimes that's what it takes to make money. You gotta have. That's why my dad always says, it takes money to make money. You know. Yeah.
Tom, are we talking that by any chance?
Yeah.
I think we, when as a fire inspector, we go in and do inspections. I think we ended up getting a buzz just on the contact eye walking around in those places.
Oh,
Yeah, I bet you did.
Definitely smells.
well, don't walk in there with short sleeves on either, and rubbing them plants on your arm. I found that out the hard way. I didn't even know you could get stoned like that.
Yeah.
Man, I got home. I was sick. I was like, man, my stomach was flip flopping. I couldn't hardly hold my head up. And I said, what the hell's going on? And they run blood work and they said, bro, you stoned out your ass.
I'll tell you something, there's a big difference between eating it and smoking it, though.
Yeah.
Big style.
Well, you know, like I said, I was walking through a warehouse and I had short sleeves and it was getting right here. And I didn't realize it because, you know, I'm rubbing through the plants, walking through the rows. The next thing I know, man, all I know is I went through 2 boxes of freaking microwave burritos.
The proper strong stuff gets like sugary crystals on the leaves, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I was getting it and it's soaking in my pores and going straight into my blood system, man. And my body's like a break.
Well, I never had to walk through the aisles doing a fire inspection. We were mostly in the main aisles, so it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I've been in an helicopter above the fire going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, back in the days when they would pile it up and burn it. Yeah, you find where the wind's blowing and you get the opposite end.
Yeah, you see everybody over that direction.
Yeah, they're up on the cliff going, lofting it up into their face. Yeah.
I'd like to scrape out that chimney.
Woo.
Cannabis oil, strong stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody who's legalized it is making some bank out from what I hear.
Shit, you should have seen what Colorado made this first year.
That's what'll turn the tables over here. They'll do it for greed, not for any.
Well, that's all it's for, anyways. Greed. I mean, come on.
Well, the other thing here, they're
everything over here has 20% VAT on it.
Rooms. They're starting to put user rooms or smoker rooms together for all the tourists. So if you're a tourist, you come in, you're from a state that doesn't have it legalized, and you want to partake. Well, then they're putting in smoking rooms for you to sit there and to go in, get yourself stoned, and head on out.
Yeah.
That's called my office.
Yeah, but the thing is too, just like in Colorado, a lot of people had to learn the hard way. Yes, it's legal to have it for prescription. It's legal to have it for recreational, but your job can still require you to pass a drug test.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. People were losing their jobs and they were like, well, hey, it's allowed here to smoke it. Yes, on a state level, but not on a federal.
and that's why I waited till I retired before I dabbled back into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you didn't want to lose your job, even though you can do it. Yeah,
exactly.
Because they pop a test on you.
To do here, but I wasn't going to mess around with it until I retired, and I'm done.
I try to tell people here. I said, man, I'm telling you, your job. Because no, it's legal, man. The state said it's legal. I said, all right. And then when they started getting fired, they were like, well, that's bullshit. We're going to sue. And I'm like, who are you going to sue? It's a federal law, dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. State could be stupid all they want, but the federal
especially the big corporations like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, all those big stores that are nationwide.
Yeah, Amazon. Yeah.
I've smoked it 26 years. I've smoked it.
Yeah. They'll just hang their hat on. Hey, it's illegal, federal.
Yeah. Amazon fired a shitload of people in this area. Woo!
Did they?
Say for at least the last 15 years, I've smoked it pure.
Oh, they hired them back, but just not them. Yeah.
Astor over here, which is your version of Walmart, have started selling the CBD oil in there now.
They do here.
Yeah, my wife's the night cashier at Walmart, and she's sitting there asking me, she goes, somebody comes in and they're smelling like pot. And I go, yeah. And she says, is it legal for me to sell them alcohol? And I said, I don't know. I said, what's your policy?
Well, here it's to your discretion. You know, if you think they're already too, you know, it's based like a bar. You know, bar has the right. If they think you're too lit up, they can say, "Hey, you're done."
Yeah.
They're just bringing it in over here where if adults have got children in a pub or a bar and they're drinking, they're only allowed 2 drinks.
Oh, that's another thing you got to watch too. Even if you live in like Colorado or whatever state you may live that's legal for recreational, you better not be doing that shit with your kids in the fucking car.
Oh yeah.
Because your kids will go bye-bye.
You guys hold down the fort. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I got
I got a niece that learned that the hard way. They took all 4 of her kids. She lit up a bow just to take 2 hits, but it was in the car when she got pulled over, and which is totally legal for her to do where she's at. But the fact is, she had the kids in the car.
Oh yeah.
They got her for endangerment of a minor and you know, all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, my eldest is 23. I'm bringing Keena up. She's 5 now, but she's never seen me smoking that. It's always when she's asleep.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, don't smoke in the. Pull over somewhere and walk out in the woods or something.
Oh, I've never smoked in a car ever. So.
Yeah. Well, you can't even do that here. You can't even smoke a cigarette in a car with a kid under 12.
It's 18 here.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to smoke in a car with anybody under 18.
Wow. Well, it should be
Which
here.
is right, because there's a lot of toxins in the smoke you don't even see, isn't there? So.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. And it's not that. It's not fair to them. Let them make the choice if they want to be that stupid when they get older.
Everybody's using them vape machine things over here now. So.
Yeah. Oh, those are safe. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't tell me puffing on something like that produces that much exhale is good for you.
No. Well, it's not that. Everybody was buying that cheap black market stuff, so they didn't have to pay the good stuff, and they just, you know, bad thing about black market stuff is the fact they stick anything and everything to make a profit. They don't care what goes in it; they're making a profit.
Yep, that's
what
it.
What about them vape machines stuff?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And they found out they were cutting it with that vitamin E stuff, which is fine in its liquid form, but when you vaporize it like that, it becomes acid in your lungs. That's why you ended up with popcorn lungs.
Yeah, I've heard of that popcorn lung thing.
Yeah, it's basically you're inhaling acid vapors. Yeah. So that little cheap bottle wasn't so cheap, was it? You know, I tell people all the time that cheap bottle of liquid wasn't so cheap, was it? Yeah.
And then they blow it in your face like it's not because it's a vapor. I want to put.
Yeah.
If I want a face full of strawberry, I'll put it back. I'll eat one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people smoking that stuff around their kids. Oh, it won't hurt them. Yeah, it does. It eats holes in their lungs.
What do you think? If it's doing it to your lungs, it's going to do it to their lungs.
Yeah.
I think I've definitely broke it. If I keep my finger up in the air, it like frogs, but not so bad. But if I put my hand down,
yeah, you gotta keep it above your heart. Yeah.
It's like my thumb's going ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
If you go to the doctor, don't be surprised if he drills a hole in that nail.
Oh, they do it here. They do it every time you go in there with a nail like that. They'll take that hot nail, go right through the nail bed, and let it.
You got to relieve the pressure, Johnny. That's the only way it's going to stop throbbing.
Yeah.
I've done it with my thumb years ago, but I've never ever hit a finger as hard as I did.
I sat there with a small jeweler's drill bit and sat there and went like this in my finger. And the minute I sat there and I broke through the nail, it sat there, started just, and then it just felt so much better.
It was just a tight fit, and I hit it with hammer first time, and the wood popped in, but then popped back out again. So I thought, you will stay in. And I went to give it a right whack, and I totally missed.
Man.
And I was holding the wood like that, holding it.
Yeah, like my dad used to say, boy, you didn't have to point while you were swinging.
I never heard that one.
Well, you know, because you're sitting there and you hit the wood, not your finger.
I shouted, "Owie, you bastard!" right loud.
Yeah. You know, you don't have to point where you hit and you eyeball it and then swing, okay?
And then it was around guys and I was going, fuck.
You Yeah, the big thing is thank God you didn't hit it with a rafting hammer, something that's about 28 ounces or something.
Right, well, lump hammer. It wasn't a normal hammer.
Hey, even a 28 ounce hammer hurt.
Lump hammer.
Yeah, when I built the patio cover out back, well, I sat there and I said, "Where are we going?" I said, "Home Depot." I said, "I got to get a framing hammer." I said, "A good framing hammer." And she looked at me, said, 28 ounces, and I go, "Yep." And said, "That's what you need."
Yep. Yeah, that's what my East Wings. That's what they are, 28 ounces.
Yeah, 28 ounce framing hammer. And God, if you hit your finger with that thing,
oh yeah,
it's a pancake.
Yep. Yeah. Especially if it's brand new and all the nipples are still on the head. Ooh, I don't know. Them spikes just make it worse in my book. Yeah. I mean, they all hurt, but at least a blunt head, it's kind of even, smuts, kind of.
Just reading what everybody's putting.
Yeah.
I'm not ignoring you, chat, Suds and David. I'm just reading,
Yeah.
It's only fun when you're up phone, isn't it?
What?
I'll see how I get on it next few days. If it obviously keeps doing what it's doing, I'll have to do it. But I'll do it myself.
Well, hey, the thing of it is you can do it yourself. You don't have to go to a doctor and do it. Doctor will do a hot needle type thing and go through the nail. If you do it with a small drill bit, like a jeweler's drill bit, and you do it yourself, then you could sit there and to me it's a lot better. And the doctor going, okay, there you go, and every pus and blood comes squirting out.
I don't really do doctors unless I'm bad. Because all I get told because of my spinal cord problems is just go rest, just go rest, just go. I'll just rest.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier when I was building the patio cover and I was putting in the bracing on the arch doorways. I sat there and I shot the web with a nail gun. And my wife looks at me because she was out there bringing us some beers, and she's looking at me going, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." And I took a paper towel, folded it up, stuck it over the web, wrapped some electrical tape on it, went back to work. And she gave me the look like, "You're nuts." And I go, "I'll deal with it today."
You ought to see the look on mine when I break out the super glue and close it. She goes, "You're crazy." And I'm like, "Hey, I just saved you $138."
Yeah. Think about going to the emergency room. How much money did I just save you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now you can put that bait with you in your
Now run to Walgreens and get those butterfly things so we can close this up proper once the glue gets done.
Yeah. Well, I've never had no trouble. Once super glue grabbed hold of it, it was done deal. It don't look pretty, but hey, it healed.
Yeah. That's what they do over here. When little kids have a little bump or something, a little cut, they just glue it back together.
What was the old expression? Chicks dig scars.
Yeah. They like that rough looking guy.
Yeah.
But Tom, it was nice talking to you. I got to jump off here and go help the wife real quick. So.
All right. Nice having you on, Anthony.
All right. Y'all still up here when I get done, or hopefully maybe I'll holler at y'all. Later, everybody.
We'll be on for about 15 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see y'all later then, because it'll take more than 15 minutes. So I'll see y'all next time.
All right.
Later.
Later. Well, Johnny, it's just you and I. Looks like Hazy probably passed out.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He's a Welshman. He can handle it.
Yeah, those Welsh definitely can handle that.
I can't handle my beer. Me 4 drinks and that's it, really.
No, this is
I'm sort of one. I'll have a drink when I feel I've hit my limit. I'll just go home.
Yeah. Well, this is the only time during the week I'll drink. I don't drink any other time. It's just that I mean, you Dizzy said it best. It's like you're sitting at a bar with a whole bunch of friends. Well, that's what I treat it as. I'm sitting at a bar and I'm drinking. The only bad thing is I don't have a waitress to bring me beer.
Yeah, we all need a Tina in his life.
Yeah. Well, there's only one Tina, and she's in Worcester.
Yeah. He's a lucky guy.
Hold it, wait. David Collins, that does not sound stupid at all. Of course, it's been freaking okay. Hazy and his drinks, laughing out loud. Okay. I was just reading some of the chat. But yeah. Yeah, I think you're going to find out if you drill and get the pressure off that nail, it's going to feel a lot better.
Well, I need to get back to what I'm doing, so I want it finished by end of week. I tried to go back in to do it, but my hand was in the throbbing and I couldn't hold the screws, so just left it. But it's all totally insulated now. I've just got to go over it with paneling. So.
Okay. You're going to do a video when it's all done?
I've done a few lives of me actually doing it.
I'll have to go look for it.
One with 4 hours, 9 minutes.
4 hours and 9 minutes video?
No, alive.
Live? Damn.
I had my niece here as well, and she does like woodwork at college, and we were just cutting out wood. You know.
That be Hazy's record, didn't it? Wasn't Hazy's about 4 hours flat, or did he go fast?
I've done 5 hours, 38 minutes.
Damn. Shandog, what's going on?
Yo, Shandog.
Johnny Five and I are just hanging out, drinking beer and telling stories.
And I'm smoking weed and drinking water.
Okay. Well, I'm drinking beer, telling stories. He's smoking weed and drinking water, telling stories. So,
yeah.
Plus he hurt his finger, so we're trying to tell him he's got to drill that nail.
If I showed you a picture of it earlier and a picture of it now, it's definitely filling up with blood. No, definitely.
Damn, that is ugly looking.
Yeah, I'm going back to Reclamation Yard tomorrow and get some more of that tongue and groove.
Shandog says he's smoking weed with you.
Yay.
No weed tonight for me.
Well, like I said, I've never...
If my wife didn't take a nap, we were going to go to the movies tonight. We got a Vietnam era movie that's debuting tonight.
All right.
That I wanted to go see because it's on a guy who got the Congressional Medal of Honor, because that's what it was called back then, but now it's the Medal of Honor. But a buddy of mine was a PJ, and he knew this guy, and he talked to me about this guy before he passed away, and we want to go see the movie. Plus, I got another close friend of mine who is a high school chum, who we both went to overseas. He went to Nam, I went to Thailand, and David definitely got fucked up over there. They excuse the expression. He got a Purple Heart out of the deal, but still, I think he'd give him back their Purple Heart if he get his leg working back 100%. But yeah. So, but I want to go see this movie because I didn't know the guy personally, but I knew of him from my buddy of mine. So, but I don't think that's going to happen because Nancy's still taking a nap.
What time is it over there?
We're about 4:18 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's 17 minutes past 12 here a.m.
Yeah, see, on my phone, I keep track.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All the places I've been to, I got on the phone. The only place I haven't been to is Hong Kong. So,
what do you think of the outbreak in China? It's a bit bad, isn't it? And there's been 2 cases in France now as well. Two people off an airplane.
Yeah, that new disease that they're talking about, or
coronavirus. There's no cure for it at the moment. It's a mixture of like 2 viruses. They're working on it, but it'd be a bit like that. What was that one called?
Well, they shut it down on every flight coming from China into the States. They more or less shut it down. You have to go. The people coming off that airplane have to go through screening before they're.
Yeah, we've started screening, but there's been 2 cases coming on an airline in France.
Okay.
But And in Germany, they've tested 14 people off a plane, and they've all come back negative. So
there's one reported last night on the news. They said there's one reported case here in the States, and that was up in Michigan or someplace. But
yeah,
I figured if anything, we get it here because I mean we're tourist city here.
Yeah.
Hold it, wait. I gave a vet money for lunch. I asked for ID, but I think he was legit, felt good about it. Okay. David, if you want to ask, a vet should carry, I mean, I carry it around with me, but it's called the DD-214. That's your discharge paperwork. So if a vet
I
should
understand what you're doing now. At first I thought, why is he giving a vet some money?
a vet should always carry that.
No, I mean a vet as in animal treatment.
No, vet as a veteran.
I got it. I got it after a couple of seconds, but I thought, why is he giving a vet some money? Has he got a dog?
Take care of his dog, I guess. I don't know. But that's nice, David. Thank you for taking care of the veteran. There, Johnny, I said it for you.
Cool. A veteran. Yeah.
They ate a building, a new hospital over here. Okay. Oh, no. We got a new VA hospital. Actually, we got two of them now in the Valley. We only used to have one. Now we got two. And
we've got St. James's Hospital, one of the biggest hospitals in Europe. That just down bottom room.
And that takes care of the veterans?
It's all everything's NHS over here. So.
Okay.
I mean, it's a system in crisis, to be honest, funding-wise, but we've still got a free healthcare system at the moment.
A system in crisis?
It's lack of doctors, lack of funding.
Oh,
hospitals that are up to scratch,
but isn't that all socialized medicine, though, Johnny?
Yeah.
Okay. A lack of doctors, lack of funding. Okay. All right.
Apparently, conservatives have just got back in, and Johnson said he's going to put a lot more money into it. We'll see anyway.
Oh.
They're just patching over a system that needs sorting out. Well, it is. We've got such an influx of foreigners at the moment that they're crippling this NHS system. It's supposed to be there for emergency treatment, and they're just using it because they can't get doctors.
Okay.
Everything's under pressure, a lot more than it used to be. But luckily, we left Europe tonight. We leave Europe in the morning. Woo.
Hold on,
Brexit.
Shandog said I in third place in Snobby Scrappers contest. Oh, you did? So what was grand Shandog? What was grand prize?
It was that copper weighing, wasn't it? But I don't know what prize was. I didn't even know because the bell had done wrong on him, so I didn't even know about that competition until it was done.
Okay.
Not that I'd
probably we need to start raffles off again. We haven't had one in a while. You Dizzy was the one that started them. Right.
Yeah.
I'm downtown and you're not out looking for somebody who's begging for money. Normally I blow them off, but I had a feeling about this guy. And I mean, you just know sometimes. Yeah, you do. You do. I don't, panhandlers, I don't, at the street corners, I usually don't give them anything. If I do anything and I like the individual, comes across, David, like you got a good feeling about this individual, I'll stop at McDonald's and get them like a Big Mac meal deal, large, and I'll go by and give them that, I don't like giving them money because either to me it's are you on drugs or are you an alcoholic? I want you to get nourishment. I want you to get something in your stomach. I don't want you blowing it on booze or drugs. And that's what I'll do. And I've done that several times.
I buy the big issues that they sell. They sell magazines like homeless people. They're called the big issue, and the printing place gives it to them, and they get a percentage of what they sell. It's a way of giving them a bit of money. So I always buy them when I see them.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm in the car, I'll just sit there and go through the drive-through, sit there, because everybody drinks Coke or Pepsi. I mean, come on. And I just do it that way, but I make it large. So there's enough there. If he wants to tuck it away for later on, he can. And then during the summertime, I try, especially as hot as it gets here, I try to travel around with a couple extra bottles of cold water, and I'll pass those out to him. But I don't want to give them money unless I know where the money's spent. That's my point. It's you give them money, and the next thing you know, they're sitting there going looking for an 8-ball or something. No. It's nourishment. Get yourself cleaned up. Do something. And that's my view on it. I might be wrong, but that's the way I look at it. And everybody likes McDonald's. I mean, it's a proven fact that they've been in business so long. That's why I choose McDonald's, because just about every intersection here in this valley has a McDonald's around it or on it or somewhere. So, I mean,
same here. I'd say I've got 2 within 5 minutes of here.
Yeah. The biggest thing that I got the biggest kick I got out of is I took my wife to Hawaii for one of our wedding anniversaries and everything else. And she went into McDonald's and she found they're serving rice and Spam in there. I sat there and I said, welcome to Hawaii is the #1 consumer of Spam. Welcome. Think about it. So, and that was all because of World War II, too, because the government sat there. What, Jimmy or Johnny?
I said I like Spam grilled.
Yeah, so do I, especially with a good hot mustard on it.
Yeah, I like mustard.
And so the government sat there and made Spam during World War II, and everything went through Hawaii when it went to the South Pacific. So how do you think the Hawaiians sat there and figured out Spam? And that's in the world, that's the #1 biggest consumer is that state or island state is Spam.
It's quite expensive Spam over there, no? Well, I'm going to get off because it's after 12 at night now.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Johnny. Drill that nail, man. Drill that.
I'll sort
it. Sit there and smoke a bowl, take a shot, drill the nail.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I'm not doing a video on it though.
Okay, don't, because you're going to have blood squirting all over the place once that pressure relieves. Blood and pus. Believe me.
Bye, everybody in chat. See you later.
Take care of the finger.
See you later, Tom.
All right, see ya. All right. What did David Collins say? Special made American ham. Spam. SPAM. Special made American ham. Okay, that's what it stands for. I don't know. We fed our kids with it, and actually both my sons don't like it, and we took care of Nancy and I like it. Macaroni and cheese and Spam, and grilled Spam, and then I use a special sweet mustard with it, and it turns out awesome. I like it. So there's a few other things. Hawaiians have a whole bunch of dishes on it that I would love to try next time I go there, but that's it. Well, let's see. T-Dub had car problems with his car. He's in the middle of resolving an automobile accident. Pat has no internet, so he must be jonesing because he can't play none of his games, let alone being on. So that's why he wasn't here. And so this concludes another show. Again, I wanted to talk about, maybe we might go over a little bit. I want to talk about maybe jumping over to UDizzy spot to find my co-sponsor and me do work in the garage. So I'm probably thinking of doing that. I'll make the announcement next week, and I'm looking for a co-sponsor. Anybody who wants to spend 2 hours next Saturday and we'll do UDizzy's exact time, 1:30 my time, West Coast time, 4:30 East Coast time. Okay. We'll go for 2 hours. Okay. Which will be 6:30 East Coast time, which will be 3:30 West Coast time. I expect you to stay with me the whole time. I want you to read the chat and everything that's coming and people asking questions on what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. So email me. Everybody knows my email, TANOBLE@cox.net. Email me, and if you want to be co-host, not co-sponsor, co-host, and we'll go from there. I want to thank a bunch of people for stopping in tonight. I want to thank David Collins. I want to thank Anthony Redneck Way of Life. I want to thank Johnny Five. I want to thank Hazy Days. I want to thank David Collins. Did I say David already? Monica was here in the beginning, but she left real quick. David, I hope you find Old Chub. This is a great beer. I enjoy it. Actually, we boil brats in it now, and it's a little expensive, but we boil brats in it, and the brats taste great, and so it is. Again, Anthony Redneck Way of Life, David Collins, Suds Overspill, Johnny Five, Shandog, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming. If you want to be a co-host, email me or tell me. I want to have the co-host set up prior to me going live. We get hooked up with the co-host and sit there and say, the co-host, all I want them to do is read the chat. If somebody has a question, what's going on, let me know what's going on. And I'm going to be working away on the Camaro. And I want to try this one time. Hazy sat there and said, it's going to be a little iffy. I want to try it and see. So everybody have a good weekend. Next weekend, Super Bowl weekend, and time for football and beer. All right. I want to thank everybody. Thank you for coming. Later.